Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are on board this beautiful Sunseeker Predator 55 Evo. I'm here with my colleague,
Steve Handy, and today we are not in Portugal, we are in
Mallorca.
We certainly are, and we're here with our colleague Andrew Thomas, who's driving this boat for us, and we would like to talk you through why you should buy this very boat. So let's take you on a tour, guys.
Let's go. Well, I'm sure you'll agree from that drone footage you've just seen, this is a great looking boat. So now I think it's about time we sit on here, Steve, and walk through the boat and talk about some of the features on board this 55.
Yeah, absolutely. So should we start with engines?
Yeah.
So Volvo D11s,
Yeah.
725 horsepower each side,
Yeah.
1800 litres of diesel. And this gives the boat a range of approximately 180, 200 nautical miles at fast cruising. So, tender garage.
Tender garage. We are here at anchor just off Mallorca, as we said in the intro. We did do a bit of film of the garage before we left the port, and you'll see that this 55 Evo does have the ability to take the Williams 345, which is a brilliant tender, isn't it? It works so well.
It does need the auto inflate in the
Yes,
bow
it does,
section,
yeah.
just to get that in for height, and it is a squeeze, but it does go in.
It does fit.
And it's a fantastic mechanism. I love the way it was actually probably for me on this size of boat one of the easiest tenders to get out the garage. Would you agree?
Yeah, so I mean the process for launching the tender, as you'll see in the video, is launching the platform all the way down. You then lift the garage, and there's an electric winch handle in the garage which you push down on, and then the tender will naturally come out. I have to say, like Steve said, it was probably one of the easiest launches that I've seen on a Sunseeker.
Indeed. Love this sunbathing here, Tomo. Should we go up into the
let's head
cockpit
up
and
there.
have a look?
Let's head up there. I'm Steve. Still, it's late in the day, but it's still pretty warm.
Huge. So really nice sociable space.
Yep.
Love the folding backrest here.
Yeah, so if I just show you that comes forwards like so. So then all of a sudden you've got a full length sunbathing area there.
Big sunpad.
Important to note as well, Steve, this has just been reupholstered all out here. So it's all brand new upholstery.
Yeah.
Done here by the team at Sunseeker Mallorca, who
Electric bimini.
electric bimini. Yeah,
Love
electric
that.
Bimini. We've got a bit of B-roll for that, so
Yeah.
we'll show that in the B-roll. But there you can see, you just push the button down here and that opens.
Very good.
Table.
Huge table. Yeah. Absolutely huge.
Director's chairs either ends.
Yeah. Really nice.
So easily seat 6 there, probably even 7 or 8 maybe.
7 or 8 if you see either
Children,
end.
whatever.
Yeah.
Dedicated life raft storage underneath the seat here.
Yeah.
You know, I like a bit of safety.
Well, and of course we're in the Med, so this boat has the Med spec. So she's got the stern docking winches, which we've already used on the way out.
Yeah.
She has the passerelle, the hydraulic passerelle. Obviously we've just talked about the tender, but also to remind viewers that that hydraulic bathing platform is also really cool for people that want to go in the water. If you're a bit nervous diving in, being able to lower the platform and allowing your friends and kids to step down into the water safely.
Yeah.
I always talk about that because I love that as a feature.
Yeah, definitely. Steve, above us here, should we just talk about this window? We're going to go into the saloon in a bit, so keep watching for that. But we're going on to foredeck first. But just before we do that, let's talk about this window here. So it's in the raised position at the moment.
Yeah.
And
Electro-hydraulic door window.
Yeah. And again, of that shutting, so we'll show you that now. And by doing that, you can completely enclose that space. Now we're here in mid-August, early August in Mallorca, so it's pretty warm. The air conditioning is pretty much required all the time here in the saloon because of the heat. But it's nice being able to enclose that space to make it a cool space. Indeed, if you are using the boat out of season and it's not quite so warm, you can make it a hot space, so you can warm that area up. So a nice feature indeed.
But connecting these two areas is really now possible
nice.
With this opening window. Nice feature.
You can imagine entertaining guests here. You could have some guests inside, some guests outside. It gives you a lot of versatility.
Yeah.
But let's jump up on the port side, Steve, and go and have a look on the bow before we go into that.
Sure.
Yeah?
Wow, what a big space up here, Tom.
Great space, really usable part of the boat. Safe to walk up here with those great
Really
wide,
wide, these sunpad cushions.
Really wide. And the fact you can tilt all three of them, obviously just tilted the starboard side one here as a demonstration, but they can all tilt. As with the aft cockpit, all this upholstery is brand new to factory standards. You can see you've got the chevron detailing in there.
Yeah, this boat had the optional extra centre cushion, just to give one really big chill out
down for you.
sunpad area.
That space, that's a huge sunpad there.
Yeah, it's really, for this size of boat, I would say that's probably one of the largest sunpad areas I've seen. Love these pop-up lights. Really nice when the sunlight's gone down.
Fusion stereo system there as
Yep.
well, so you've got zoned audio up here. Low level deck lights, I mean you're not going to see them when it's sunshine, but low level deck lights, if you are using this space at night, it's beautifully lit as you're walking up.
And all this composite decking has been put throughout the boat, so
Easy to maintain. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the big plus point of this.
well, just lift the quality, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Feels much nicer up here. Love the fact that this boat's got stainless steel chain,
I
Tomo.
just spotted the same thing.
Yeah,
Glinting
60
there
metres of
underneath
stainless
the
steel chain.
cameraman. Yeah, no, it's very smart. We've deployed the anchor here. You can see we just sat off the coast here in Mallorca, as we said in that intro, and it's gyro. And we'll talk about this later on, but this boat has got a gyro, so we can sit here. We've had quite a bit of wash going by us from other boats,
Yeah.
and actually we're sat here very stable.
Yeah, stabilisation should never be underrated these days, because
So important.
there is, you probably don't get it on camera, but there is quite a swell here.
Yeah, there is a bit of movement.
And had we not had that Seakeeper 6 gyro on,
Yeah.
we would be really
I
uncomfortably
don't
rolling
think we'd
around.
be comfortable sat here
No.
like we are now doing the filming.
So really nice usable space. This boat has covers
Yeah.
that mean you can leave all these cushions out and they just get protected from the sun and the rain. What a lovely space. So should we go inside,
go.
Tomo, and look at...
Quick sneak peek down there. We've got the glass on top of the hardtop. You'll have seen that in the drone footage, but a great part of the detailing of this boat. It looks fantastic. Lets so much natural light down into that main saloon area. Now in the saloon, Steve, and I think one of my favourite features on here is just the different use of materials in here. We've got the leather helm seats, the different use of fabrics,
Love that inlay
Yes.
there in the seat.
carbon fibre weave. That looks so smart.
So your favourite feature is detail.
Yeah.
Mine now is this window.
Yeah.
That window now really, this space really comes into its own with that window open.
And what a view. I mean, just perched here looking aft towards that Mallorcan coastline. It's just
Yeah, really beautiful. Nice high seats, lots of padding here.
Yeah.
This actually is a really, even without a scatter cushion behind me, this is a really comfortable seat.
Behind me here we've got a fridge tucked in there, and then in these two units here we've just got
Storage in
lots
there.
of storage. You can see the Sunseeker
Not forgetting the electric high-low TV.
high-low TV. We've all seen those before. We won't bore you with that. Perhaps cut into a bit of B-roll now, but it has got high-low TV.
We talk about this a lot. I appreciate this isn't just a feature on a Sunseeker, but in particular with this boat, huge windows.
Huge windows. I mean, looking
Big
at the view
vista
from
out.
this angle, the view behind you is awesome.
Yeah.
Going back to what we said about on the helm, lots of thought in this space to lighting. So again,
Yeah.
with pure daylight here, but you can imagine we've got these LED strip lights, you've got these individual spotlights here, there's hidden LED strips. It's a really smart place at night to be.
Yeah, and importantly, this boat had the upgraded tropical spec aircon.
Yeah.
So it had the upgraded generator, I
Yeah.
think 12.5 or 13.5 kilowatt upgrade diesel generator to run this tropical spec aircon.
And looking at the helm, we've actually got 3 separate AC units just in here alone. We've got port and starboard helm,
Yeah.
so you can really chill this space down.
Yeah, and obviously final little touch here on these windows. We talk about big glazing, but of course when you're in the marina you want some privacy.
Yeah.
And it's got the Venetian
It's got the
blinds.
blinds.
So that's really cool. Love that forward observation area here in the saloon. Let's just go forward and have a look. Tomo, we missed a cupboard just to show you've got your Fusion controller in here. So that's nice and accessible. But this is a really nice space, lovely observation area. Nice big storage locker here. But I think a lot of people on a boat want to be able to sit facing forward next to the helmsman, and this Predator gives you the ability to be
Yeah.
really sociable.
Definitely. I mean, if you think of that here, you could have 3 people over that side, you could have 2 here, so you'd have 5
Yeah.
people facing forward when you're in the way.
Yeah, interesting that I note that the previous owner, or one of the previous owners, has added these tracks. So there's obviously lots of covers that enclose this space, so when they're not using the boat, all of these beautiful services, leather inlays, painted GRP mouldings, they're all protected from the sunlight. So that was a nice preventative maintenance touch for one of the previous owners.
She's definitely been looked after, you can tell she's been looked after.
Yeah, yeah.
We've come down the stairs now into the galley area. This is a 3-cabin boat. Now these were originally offered as a 2-cabin or a 3-cabin boat. This is a 3-cabin, so join us in a minute for looking at the cabins. But before we do that, we're going to look around the galley. So great layout here, we've got plenty of worktop space, really decent sized sink with lots of storage up here above, deep lockers as well. It's often important to point out that these lockers sometimes are quite shallow. On here I would say they're quite deep. And they wrap all the way around here. You've got the original Sunseeker.
Love the fine bone china, Tomo.
Looks nice.
Yeah,
cup
yeah.
of tea, bit too hot for a cup of tea.
Nice space for a dishwasher, I like that.
Yeah, conveniently put on the end there. You've got this
Nice.
flick around island, so you've got a peninsula there.
Nice
with correct
melee
technology.
dishwasher. Yeah.
And I quite like the way you've got this stepped worktop, composite worktop, which is smart.
Storage cupboard on this side as well, so a bit more storage.
Plenty of storage for the size of the boat, and plenty of floor space as well. So there's enough room in here to move around. Cabin wise, Steve, do you want to start with that forward
Well,
cabin?
so Forward cabin, we've got it set up currently as the double bed layout.
Yeah.
So the scissor berth is together.
Yeah.
We'll show you some B-roll of that when those scissor berths are separate.
Yeah.
So they're then set up as singles. Big space. Light flooding into this boat through all of these big windows is a really important thing to talk about in all of these areas. Nice stainless steel portholes, so you get lots of natural ventilation if you want it. But this forward cabin, mirrored wardrobe storage, storage cupboards under the beds, and a nice big TV. And of course, in every cabin, but in particular in the forward cabin, you've got your own individual air conditioning controller and audio. And note here, Tomo, you've got Jack and Jill door, so this bathroom is day head if you want it, or lock this door, and then this is the ensuite to that forward cabin.
And that theme of detailing we mentioned up in the saloon earlier on, the different use of materials, it continues down here as well, doesn't
Very
it? If you
much
look at the design detail in the heads of compartment, it really is smart.
Love all this stainless steel detailing in the doors.
Yeah.
Very nice, very beautifully done.
Starboard side here, we've got a twin Pullman berth cabin. Now, yes, it's a Pullman berth, but each bunk is a good size, so you could easily sleep an adult on both of those beds. There is a nicely engineered step system to get up onto the top bunk, and it also is an air-conditioned space, so a very usable cabin.
And the piece de la resistance.
Oh, get down into that master. So walking through into the master cabin, of course, it's full beam. Lots of light in here through those huge hull windows that you'd have seen in that external footage. Great hanging wardrobe space there, Steve, to your right hand there.
Yeah, love that. I'm blown away by the detail everywhere. This table, how on earth have Sunseeker managed to get this curvature in the wood here?
It's like a floating table.
Yeah, that's beautiful, and without any supports, I think, and you know, a solid table. Love these. Well, actually, this is interesting. Some people prefer chaise lounge, some people prefer storage. You've got storage on that side where you are. And
it's important to mention, if this boat was of real interest to you and you wanted to buy it, but you wanted additional storage, it's something that as a group we can do.
Yeah.
I think it's important, probably a good point here, Steve, to actually mention Sunseeker London Group, isn't it? And talk about
definitely.
What we can do for clients.
Yeah, we trade in 21 countries. We've over 170 staff, and we've got people with many years experience. We employ carpenters, electricians, naval architects, all sorts of marine-based skills. So any request within reason, we can deal with as a business.
Definitely, and this is a approved, dealer-approved boat.
Yeah, so we've taken this in part exchange. Yeah. This previous owner has bought a new Sunseeker from us. We've taken this in as part payment, and now we're selling it. So this boat, as you say, is pre-approved. So we will go through this boat fully to ensure all the systems are working and the boat is delivered impeccably, maintained for the season, 2025 season, to a buyer. But of course, the other thing, a lot of viewers will see that we do videos in Portugal, which is the territory that I manage.
Yes.
You're based in the UK. Yep. But with 21 different countries, we have a lot of offices, a lot of locations. So if somebody said, well, what's it like in Croatia? What's it like here? Berthing, for example, here is what, in Portals?
We spoke to Andrew earlier, and I think he was saying around 45,000 in portable towels.
Whereas in Portugal, under 18,000 euros.
Yeah, so a massive difference.
So if you're considering a boat of this type and you particularly like this, you've watched the video and you think, wow, I'm really interested in this particular Sunseeker or any other that we might represent or own or sell, please reach out to us and talk to us. We are experts in the marine industry, and we can help and guide and advise you on where you should do your boating.
It's an important point.
And yeah, I mean, this is a major investment for any buyer. And we love to talk you through the lifestyle of this. So understand how you're going to use a boat, who will use the boat, when you'll use it, and then we provide you lots of advice as to where the boat can go, who can maintain it, who can provide guardianage, preventative maintenance, and look after your boating needs personally.
Yeah, definitely. Very valuable point to mention. As with that saloon, lots of light detailing in here, so beautiful lighting all around the boat, all around the cabin.
It's everywhere. I love these drawers here on the side, these little storage compartments for phones, another one down here next to a plug socket, so you've got plenty of charging options for all your technology. And interestingly, although this window, we're quite low down in the hull here and sitting on this seat, I can still see out these windows. So I can imagine here sitting having a drink or even working on a laptop and still getting the vista out, so that's really nice. And note that we've had this Venetian blind down just so that you can see that this space again has Venetian blinds, and that window, the Venetian blind, is open so you can see out. What an amazing space.
Well, I think on that note, should we venture back up top into that glorious weather and sign this video off?
Yeah, let's do that.
And just like that, Steve, we're back in Portable Towers.
As if by magic.
Beautiful evening, watching the sunset over there. What a lovely afternoon.
What a really impressive boat. I think for me the sound lack of vibration, and a lot less sound than I expected when these engines are running on this particular boat. We talked about this before, that boats with IPS generally are quieter than the equivalent shaft-driven boat. The exhaust passes out through the drive under the water, so usually an IPS installed boat is quieter than the shaft equivalent, but we both talked about how this felt very, very similar to an IPS installation.
We both commented on it and noticeably commented on the fact that it did feel very refined, smooth, quiet, very flat, which I think goes back to the Humphreys. Yeah, it felt like a very refined propulsion system. A
very comfortable day on the water.
100%.
And I would hope that we are impressing that on the viewer, that this really does feel very sophisticated and refined.
We haven't actually looked in the engine room yet today, so just talk about that a bit, Steve, before we sign off.
Yeah, well, interesting to see that she's fitted with Z drive, so the engines sit a long way aft in the engine room, so the shaft comes out the front of the engine into a gearbox and through what we call a Z drive, so the propulsion comes out under the engine. That was interesting to see, but lots of space in the engine room. Great that Sunseeker have bothered to install the Seakeeper 6. We talked about that having that gyro, it completely transforms the way you feel on this boat.
Yeah, it does work.
You can really enjoy a day on the water and lots of time at anchor. You're not worrying about people feeling sick or you're all hanging on because the boat's moving around. Once that gyro's up to speed, turn it on, and she's chained
really
to the
solid.
seabed.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was really nice to see. They need maintenance, plenty of room around that gyro to do that. Same with the generator. And as I mentioned earlier, that generator is upgraded, so it is the bigger generator to feed the power for the tropical aircon.
You can barely feel it.
Barely hear it. But as you would expect with a Sunseeker, the engine room, all the cable runs are all very neatly installed. All the conduit is very professionally put together. I would say that's a very nice, clean example of an engine room on this type of boat.
Well, I think this is a good place to sign this video off. The sun's about to set. We'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you have watched the whole video, thank you. Please do subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, leave comments below. The link for this specific boat will be in the description below, and you should have seen our details on the screen pop up during the duration of this video, so please do get in contact if you'd like to any more information. So from me, Tom, thank you for watching.
And from me, Steve Handy, and hopefully if you're enjoying our videos that we do together, we're on the water again tomorrow filming something else. So keep watching the channel and you'll see us film something else. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.